John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father will ye do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh it of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rachakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the elect. All right, I want to go into the story of Jacob and Esau, okay? And I want to point out something just for food for thought for the elect. All right, as we approach these latter days, as we approach the end, all right, you're starting to realize who's serious, who's playing games, all right, who's here for the corruptible crown, and who's here for the incorruptible crown, okay? And as Yahushua just cursed out those Israelites for being of their father the devil, you have that same narrative today. Now we're going to look at a few characteristics of Esau, okay? Because he is the devil, he's the deceiver. And you have many Israelites who've been raised in this captivity, which we all have, but they've yet to put off the energy and vibration that comes with being raised here. They find comfort in those ways, okay? We're not to do that. Let's take a look at Esau. All right. Now, the blessing was given to Jacob, according to Romans, the 9th chapter, before the children were even born. All right. And the reason you know that spiritually it went to Jacob is because Esau was the firstborn. Technically, Esau was supposed to receive the blessing. Okay. But the spirit overrides the technicalities, all right, of the law in particular things, okay? Just as it did with David when he received mercy, just as it is with us when we receive our mercy. According to technicalities, we're supposed to be dead, all right? So let's check out Esau and see if we can find these characteristics in our people today, okay? Verse 27, Genesis 25, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, okay, which he is to this day. All right, he's always out in the field, a man of the field. He's always out hunting animals, taking pictures with them after he kills them, you know, illegally, but for somehow nobody's making a big deal out of it. He's overfishing in the seas. He's always out in the forest, in the field, you know. He's around Komodo dragons. You ain't gonna see no Jake, all right, doing a documentary on Komodo dragons. But the Lord put a spirit on Esau so that he could, you know, bring particular things to light. The spirit is on Esau to go out into the field and do all of these things. You know, it's a true testament to who he really is, man. This is why you have to view these scriptures spiritually. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And to this day, Jake loves to chill, man. You know? It says, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Esau, and to this day, all right, you know, a lot of people say, well, Esau can't cook. Well, Esau knows how to cook some damn meat. Okay? To this day, Esau specializes in cooking particular meats, man. Okay, now his ass can't cook, but when it comes to making that meat, those particular meats, you got Esau who wins like top barbecue contest, man. We'll talk about Jake be there and everything, but Esau win. Okay, now Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. All right, just like the father always loves the rougher child. You know, and he was the firstborn anyway, you know. And Jacob was close to his mother, which All of us, the majority of brothers could testify that when we were younger, we were closer to our mothers, man. We were mama's boys. A lot of us were. All right. And so was Jacob. It says, and Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. Okay, now let's pay attention to the characteristic of Esau here. All right, just a thought that I had, and I wanted to bring it out. Hopefully I edify. It's nothing super deep, but just a thought, because Esau, he was faint. He came from the field. He was tired. And Jacob was cooking. All right, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. All right, therefore was his name called Edom, okay, which means red. All right. Now Esau means wasted away as he. All right, and you'll have to go to the Ben Yehudi to get that understanding. Maybe, Lord willing, I'll look for mines and bring that out. I think I have one somewhere. All right. It says, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Now Jacob's a hustler, man. Jacob has had that hustler mentality built in him from the foundation, man. Jake has always been able to get over on people, all right, using his wit, using his his energy that he was blessed with, and that energy has been put on us to get through this captivity as well, man. All right. Now, Esau was faint. He came from the field, and he was hungry, right? And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Now, what is the birthright? Let's look up the definition of the word birthright real quick, so we can understand this horrible decision that Esau is about to make, okay? Which could have been avoided by fasting. That's another point we're going to bring out. Let's see here. All right. Sell me this day thy birthright. All right. All right. Bachara. All right. Bachara. All right. Bakawara. All right. It says birthright. All right. Right of the firstborn. Primogeniture. All right. And what came with the birthright? Okay. The promises, the land of Canaan. Okay. Being the chosen, the blessings, the covenants. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. We can figure, we're going to see what Esau gave up, all right, for some damn food, man. Hold up. Let's get Romans 9. Because our people to this day have this energy on them, man. Selling their soul. All right. This is Romans. This is Romans chapter 9 and 3. For I wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises, whose are the fathers and of has whom as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who was over all, God bless forever to wop. So there you go. All right. The adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law. Okay. The blessing of physical dominance, mental dominance over all of the nations. Okay. Now we know it was set up in the spirit. All right. That Jacob was going to get the blessing. Okay. We already have that established. But the point is this. Okay. Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright, verse 31. And Esau said, behold, I am to the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? Okay. What profit shall this birthright do to me? Okay. And that's the mind frame that a lot of our people have, man. Okay. They're willing to sell their soul. All right. For 10 minutes of fame, for reputation. Okay, they're willing to put off the true doctrine to take on this worldly stance that the scriptures don't preach, don't promote, okay? And this is the energy that our people are in, man. Okay? Magic Johnson, okay? Floyd Mayweather. Let's go ahead and get this scripture real quick, and we'll go back to that. All the way from Israelites who know that they're Israelites, okay, to people of our people who have made it in this world. In some shape, form, or fashion, you have sold your soul, man. And Hamashiach gave us the example of how to handle these situations. Now, let's say Esau would have fasted. Okay, let's just hypothetically speaking, let's say he fasted and didn't give up the birthright. He'd be cursing us out right now. We'd be ruling the world, okay? He'd be cursing us out. He'd be prophesying the coming of his kingdom. We'd be the Rothschilds, so to speak. All right, we'd be the seed that's going to be obliterated, because with that decision that Esau made, when we read it, okay, that basically destroyed his descendants. Now, didn't Jake say, let the blood of this man be upon us and our children? When they said free Barabbas, when they went into the way of Cain. Wickedness, man. This is what a lot of you Israelites, this is the energy that you're in, man. Hopefully I'm making sense. Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Okay? Now, we understand that we already have the whole world promised to us. Hamashiach understood that well. That's why when he was presented, all right, when you read, let's go to Matthew, the 4th chapter real quick. Okay? Matthew 4, let's see. All right, this is when Yahushua was fasting, okay? Then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, okay? Because when you're fasting, you're tempted with all sorts of spirits, man. And when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward hungry. He was hungry, all right? Because he was a man, he was in the flesh, okay? He had a father and a mother. Just like you get hungry, he got hungry. Okay? And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, is it written, man shall not live, all right, by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God? Then the devil taketh him into the holy city and sitteth him upon the pinnacle of the temple, all right, and said, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. All right. And Yahushua said, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord. All right. And here's the point. Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up to an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Okay. Because he's a loser. Okay, Satan is a loser, man. Then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only wilt thou serve. Now, here it is, Satan is showing him all of the kingdoms of the earth and saying you can have this. But Yahushua understood that that belonged to him anyway. We understand that it belongs to us anyway. That's why we're willing unto death to die for this testimony, man. Now, going back to this nigga Esau, man. Let's go back to this guy. Okay? Yahushua gave us the blueprint, man. No matter what you're faced with, man, do not bow down to this man's agenda, man. Do not cast off what's profitable to you for some sort of carnal gain in this world, man. But going back to Esau, all right, verse 32, Genesis 25:32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? Okay, what profit is the kingdom of heaven? What profit is the covenants? What profit is my seed, all right, my offspring being as the sands of the sea and ruling and controlling the earth? Because Esau knew what the birthright entailed. He was living, he grew up in the same household, all right, as Isaac. You know, that was his father. The promise came through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But Esau said, you know what? This isn't profitable to me. Give me them damn lentils and that meat. Okay? And this is the same mind frame that our people here in America have taken, man. Okay? And this is the same thing that people like Brother Polite are trying to push you Israelites to do, man. Now, what if Esau fasted? In Jacob, verse 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Now, the Lord had this happen just to show you how stupid these Edomites are. Now, the fact that a person like this that made a stupid decision like this runs the world should bother you. Now, he's trying to take all of you Israelites with him, man. Because he is a carnal man. He lives by the flesh. This story embodies do as thou wilt. This story embodies hungry, why wait? And he tries to push this beast-like, impulsive mentality upon the whole world. And through living like this, you Israelites have become debased. You are supposed to be a spiritual people. Okay? You don't look out for self. You look out and make the decision that's beneficial to your offspring. This is why we're making our bodies a living sacrifice. This is why we are fasting. If this nigga would have just fasted, okay, and said, you know what, I'll wait. You know, it's all good. You know what, shit, I'll just go, maybe just eat some leaves. He had to have that food to the point where he cast off what was beneficial to him. He cast off. Now we know, all right, that through the spirit, it was already set up for Jacob to get it. But still, this played itself out on the earth, man. Okay, there's a lot of things that were set up in the spirit, but the way that the Lord has it to happen in the flesh is very, very interesting. So all Esau had to do was fast, and he'd be cursing our asses out right now, right? But no. He wanted that instant gratification. He wanted that instant desire, that lust, his belly. His God was his belly, all right? He followed after his desires. It says, and Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Let's look up this word despised. This is big, man. This is a problem that a guy... Now, would you hang, all right, with a guy who made a decision like this, man? What would you say to him after he came to you and told you what he did today? What you do today, bro? Oh, man, I gave away, eternal life. I gave away the kingdom, the covenants, man. Some good ass beans. Nigga, them beans was good. Bro, you would curse his ass out, man. This is why you Edomites, you're worthless, man. You stupid as hell, man. You despised your birthright. You're a carnal man. And you got our people who are trying to live and follow after his blueprint because they're of their father, the devil, and it's going to lead to their destruction, man. Okay? Bazah. To despise, to hold in contempt, disdain. So now it makes sense why he's running the world in this destructive mentality, with this destructive mentality. Because he despises righteousness. He despised the birthright. Now he's given because he was blessed, right? The Lord blessed him with the fatness of the earth, meaning at one particular time his policy, his sword, and everything else would give him dominion of the world. And we're living in that time. But look at the world. Look at the world under his rulership. Okay? Look at the world under this nigga's rulership, man. It's nothing special about you so-called white people. I'm trying to figure out what's the big deal with these guys. I understand they have the sword but you're vastly overrated, man. Your decision making is horrible. You're not able to take any pressure. You don't like any criticism, though you sit at the seat of morality and judgment. Your policies are stupid. All this paperwork. People, you got trillions of dollars. Meanwhile, you looking at people running this rat race. Air's polluted, water's polluted, children polluted. Now it makes sense to us. Why would anyone run the world like that? Well, he despised his birthright, which is life. He despises life. Isaiah 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Now it makes sense to us why he's living and ruling the earth like this. Because from the beginning, he despised his birthright. All the nigga had to do was fast, but he said, man, fuck all that, man. We ain't gonna get that land of Canaan. That's gonna come, man, that's years down the line. I ain't gonna get that shit, man. And you jakes are living your lives like that, man. And thus, you're being destroyed. You're faggots. You're diseased. You're sick. You're lost. You're confused. Even in even with all of these carnal possessions that you have, you jakes who make it or somehow get, you lost. You're decrepit. You can't speak your mind. You're controlled. Some of you have the chip. You Israelite groups getting these 501c3s. That's going to come back to bite you in the ass in a major way, man. And don't say we didn't tell you. Because you believe that linking yourself to this world will forward the gospel, because you don't have faith in what the Lord told you to do. And that's just eating the word, eating the roll, and going and preaching to the house of Jacob, man. So the earth is defiled and ruined because the man who is cursed from the earth, Esau, who's Esau in the spirit? Cain. Let's get Genesis. And Cain offered that whack-ass offering. He despised his birthright. He knew what to do. Cain knew that it would take blood to get into good graces with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But what did Cain do? He's like, man, I got all this flock, man. I ain't giving my first flock. Let me give him some fruit. Brought that whack-ass sacrifice, man. The Lord wasn't dealing with that whack-ass sacrifice, and the Lord ain't dealing with you niggas whack-ass sacrifices, man. It's utterly pathetic the way that you Israelites are living, man. I know I'm all over the place, but hopefully I'm making sense, man. Look, when Cain offered that whack-ass sacrifice, look what the Lord tell him, okay? Oh, man, because Cain offered that whack-ass sacrifice, but I got to hurry up so I can't get it. And when the Lord, verse 6, Genesis 4:6, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thou countenance fallen? Because he got rejected. And that's why you niggas are all mad and butthurt and angry, all in the video screaming and trying to figure out another way. And it's not working for you. Because you went in the way of Cain. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? That meaning Cain knew what to do. Esau had the birthright right there. Nigga couldn't fast and keep and win. Come on, you jakes can't be in the spirit of Esau, man. If thou doest well, shall not thou be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So sin is your thing. He's the man of sin because he refused from the beginning to do good. Now watch this. He killed, then he killed Abel, okay, murdered him, because he was whack. All right, which is why Job says, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain. We'll get that real quick and end off on that. It said, now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. He's cursed from the earth. Now he runs the earth. He despises his birthright. He gave a whack-ass sacrifice unto the Lord. He's never been, one to do what's right, man. He's just never, when you go into the history of the spirit of Esau, Cain, the serpent, they've never had it in their mind to do well, man. And they still don't. And you jakes are following after their ways. That's why Proverbs 3:33 says, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Okay? Christianity is the mark of the beast. but you got a 501c3 with his ass. Take on none of his ways, right? But you got a 501c3. That's why now you guys are scared to touch the topic of the RFID technology, because you have those agreements in which you can't speak out against that technology. And you're going to lead millions of Israelites into death, man. Choosing to be like your father, the devil, man. Choosing some instant gratification or something to help boost you in this world. Now you got all this blood on your hands, man. So Cain, Esau, you're cursed from the earth. The earth don't like you and you don't like the earth, which is why you destroy it. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. Okay, and while he's in rulership of the earth, it is not yielding its strength, because he's trying to figure out an artificial way to run it and create his own goddamn birthright, because he gave it away. He gave away the birthright. Now he's trying to create a false blessing and forge his way to the kingdom. Now he's going to build a third temple when the third temple is spiritual. Now he's going to give you a chip when the Lord said he's going to put the law, statutes, and commandments in us. Everything this man does is carnal, and you Jakes love to have it. So you love this nigga's way. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. He keep it not at home. He's all over the earth, stealing natural resources, robbing, rape, robbing, and murder. Verse 13. All right. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Okay. Come on, man. Let's get it one more. I got two in mind. Let's see how this one go. Hebrew 4:12. Profane person. Let me see. Yeah, man. You know, it was just a thought, but it led to a lot coming out. Hebrews 12 and 15. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. He was bitter, he was hungry, so it led to him selling his birthright, selling his soul, man. And you Jakes are doing that same thing today, man, with your actions and your energy towards this truth, man. Okay? Nazariah, he went into the way of Cain. He's just as Esau. Okay? Good Samaritans, you're just as Esau. Okay? IUIC, you guys have went in the way of Cain. ISUPK, you're a fornicator and a profane person as Esau. And the rest of you, even brothers in niggas in Great Millstone, you've went into this way. And the righteous amongst these groups that I'm naming, the Lord is going to get them out of there anyway, because we believe that there's men of the Lord amongst these different churches that I'm naming. But hey, man, y'all better wake the hell up. Okay? They went into the way of Esau. They're now profane. They're outside of the temple, trying to create their own glory, not coming up the way that is supposed to be, man. Deeming, all right, corruptible crowns to be more important than incorruptible, and promoting that to Israel as a doctrine. Verse 17, for you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. Nigga, you could have fasted. Get your ass out of here. No, the Spirit don't want you to have dominion over the world forever, because you kill every goddamn thing. Okay, we ain't gotta. We're not to be like this, man. Let's get one more. You know, just a thought, but it led to this lesson. So, hey, man, call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. I hope y'all edified, man, and understand what I'm saying, man. All right, this is Jude, verse 11. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain. the way of Esau, year of your father the devil, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam, which was to do what? What was Balaam's job? When Israel was on their way to the promised land, gaining strength in the spirit, at one with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, on their way to the promised land, Balaam was to cast a stumbling block in the way of them to take them out of their way. You niggas are now casting stumbling blocks in the way of Israel while we're on our way to the promised land again. So you went into the way of Cain. You're trying to kill your brother, ignoring Esau. He can make it. This is the house of Saul all over again, man. Saul spared Esau, the Edomites, the Amalekites, Agag. The Lord said, kill all of them. But you got these niggas, he gonna be around forever. All of these things mean something spiritual, man. Pay attention, brothers, to what's happening around you. Pay attention. These ain't just random arguments we having. There's spiritual meaning and things that we need to take from all of this and grow, man. Okay, for woe unto them, they have gone in the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for a reward and perished in the gainsaying of the course. So call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. All right. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. Shalak Yahweh Shai wa Alahayim. Send Yahweh Shai and the angel. Shalom.